my beautiful creative creatures, it's Megan. I'm back with a new video. We're going to be doing a Q Sciences opportunity call, and this one is kind of hit home for me because growing up in a fundy Christian fundamentalist or fundy home, I listened to a lot of Christian music. I mean, granted, I still like the Christian music I listen to, but it's a different belief now. But anyway, sidetracked a little bit. It does fit into what we're talking about because what we're talking on is John and Josie Waller. If you don't know who they are, John Waller did a song for Fireproof, which had Kirk Cameron in it. I wanted to also ask that you like, subscribe, hit the bell down below, let me know your thoughts on this video, and we're going to get started.
But for our 2-year-old, like, we could literally, I don't know, he says he feels like they're her grandparent. So yeah. The funny thing is that we do everything we swore we would never do with a child with our 2-year-old. Like, she sleeps with us, she still takes a bottle, she's nowhere near potty training. We let her have anything she wants to eat. It's like really bad.
It's not that bad.
So, well, it's bad compared to how we used to be. We used to be so scheduled and strict, but oh well, I guess that's what happens. You just get softer as you get older and more laid back. I'm 45 and he's 50, and so, but so my husband's a Christian artist. He has sang the hit song While I'm Waiting from the movie Fireproof. So I don't know if you guys have heard of him or heard of that movie. That's his kind of claim to fame. He's got some amazing music. If you've never heard of it, go to John Waller YouTube. It's awesome. Or on Spotify, and check out his music. He still writes music today. And I've always just been supporting him in our marriage. I married him. He was already doing this 26 years ago.
She was John Waller's wife for so many years, and now I am Josie Waller's husband. The tables have turned.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, we were at convention and we had name tags, and I put Josie's husband because it just felt good because I was always John's wife. So but a little bit about us. So I was.
If that doesn't give you a hint of how much the patriarchy has on women, I don't know what else does. Sorry for my face as well. I apparently have a pimple right there, but I don't feel like putting makeup on.
Supporting him, I was in the in the audience cheering him on. His biggest fan. We were. I was like working the merch table, always had one kid on one hip and one in the other hand. I mean, I've just been raising kids and supporting him. I do have a degree. I went to school for 10 years to be a speech and language pathologist, and that lasted about 7.5 years. And then I decided that I wanted to be at home because we had 3 kiddos at the time. He was going more full force with his music, and I was like, I want to be home. I want to travel. I want to, be able to go with him. I want to road school and all these things. So I came home, and being in ministry, it's kind of like this. It's like, woo, good month, woo, bad month. And the industry was just it just started going downhill, like with music and concerts and churches and everything was transitioning over into more like streaming music, and it just got really hard just trying to make that as
hard to monetize music, honestly.
Absolutely. So we decided that I needed to do something, and I didn't want to just go to the, local coffee shop and get a job. I wanted to do something where I could still be at home.
It.
I did. But I decided to get into this industry, into the social selling industry, network marketing, about 6 years ago. And I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't really do any research. I didn't know that it mattered really what company you joined or who you joined or what products they sold. I just thought like they were all kind of created equal. And so I jumped on board and I did okay. I literally didn't even have my own Facebook when I started, didn't even have my own social media. And so it was all him, like I said. So I worked hard and just kind of learned skills, and I went to a couple other companies, and he always likes to say I cut my teeth on those companies. But when we were...
And by other companies, she means other social selling or direct selling or MLMs. So she's been in more than one. That's what I learned watching this. She's been in more than one.
So 2 years ago, no, 3 years.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, my husband and I moved our family to California. We decided we were going to settle down at a church out there and just kind of like stay planted for a while. And even though it was kind of a total uproot, we're from Georgia.
Yeah.
And COVID hit. We were there for 2 years, and 2020, summer of 2020, COVID hit, and we're like, we're going back home. We're going back to Georgia, where we're from.
Yeah.
Nothing against California. We had two boys that
so
lived here. Yeah, we were, and we knew there's a chance we might need to be able to travel. There was just so many unknowns. And I was working with a company, and I had been with them for 2 years, and I was probably making about $4,000 to $5,000 a month, which was great money in this industry, great money.
Especially as supplemental income.
But he had to leave his job. And so we moved back to Georgia on faith, and came back to our old house, which was a burden because we weren't making enough money to really afford it. And we just kept getting further and further behind in our bills and debt. And through the summer of 2020 on into the fall, we decided we probably better like really get serious about this and pray. Like what I was working really hard with my company, but again, I wasn't really making hedge and moving forward so that it was bringing in enough income for the amount of time that I was investing in it. So we prayed for 21 days in August of 2021.
We fasted,
Yes, fasted and prayed. And August came and went. October, I started seeing a good friend of mine. Her name's Brittany Hitch. She and I were friends in a previous company, just acquaintances, but I knew she was amazing. And I knew that she was someone who had had success in this industry. So she had my attention. I started seeing her post about this company, and I started seeing a lot of her friends rank up posts, and people were winning. And I was so curious about what she was doing. So I reached out to her, and she started sending me stuff. And I'm telling you guys, I wasn't looking for another company to join. I mean, that was the last thing that I wanted. But after she started sending me stuff and I started watching, I looked at the comp plan, and I looked at, hearing the CEO and of this company talk about how he came to start this company, and, learning a little bit more. I was like, I had this moment in the middle of the night. He was literally asleep, and I was just like on my phone, watching these things and talking back and forth with Brittany. And I had this moment where it just hit me like, oh my gosh, this is my answer. This is what this is what the Lord is providing. This is the avenue he wants me to go. This is a step of faith, but this is what he wants me to do. And I knew without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. And I literally woke him up in the middle of the night, and I was like, I'm switching companies. I was like, I'm going to do this. And so you were supportive.
Yeah. I mean, we really thought we were just praying for a breakthrough with your previous situation, because we were hitting the wall, and we're waiting for that breakthrough to come. And sometimes the breakthrough is a leap of faith.
Absolutely.
To something unknown. And that's what we did.
So I told him, I was like, we're going to have to literally leave it all on the table.
This is just my own little ramble, but it's such a disappointment. Like, even though my views have changed, it still hurts a bit, because I like you see all these people that when you grew up fundy, like you looked up to, and you're like, oh, they would never do this, and then they do it, and then you're like, because we know he's an artist, and they're gonna want to have that person be on their team. They're gonna want to be on their team with him and her and stuff, and be a part of all that. That is a good selling point for people, basically. Like, oh, I get to be on your team? Yeah. It's just like, it's no.
It all on the table.
Yeah.
That little bit of money that we had coming in, because you guys, he didn't have a job. He's a Christian artist, and churches were closed. There's no concerts during COVID 2020. Like, nothing was going on. Like, and that's what he did. That's what he's always done. People always been like, well, what is your husband's real job? I'm like, that's what he does. We're in ministry full time. And so I was like, okay, here we go. We're kind of known as like the crazy faith people. We do crazy things. Like we adopt 3 kids from Ukraine, and we have 10 kids, and we started a coffee company. We've moved our family from Georgia to California. We've moved our family from Georgia to Colorado. We've done crazy things, y'all. So we were like, well, this kind of fits. It's crazy, right? And so we jumped in. We jumped
If it ain't crazy, it ain't God.
I jumped in with this
No.
company October, the very last week of October. So we're coming up on a year. And by the end of November, I had replaced my income that I had built for 2 years in my previous company. So I was like, what is even happening? I don't even know how this happened. Like, I've just been excited about something, and I've been calling on my friends, and they're excited because of what we have here. And it says you have been signed out because your account is signed in from another device. I hope that's not.
Are we still good? Direct wave if you can hear us. Okay. we're good. I don't
Okay.
think that
Sorry,
meant
some
anything.
pop-up thing came up. So,
Whew.
and so by the end of December, 1 month later, that income doubled. And then by the end of,
I was happy at that point.
I know, we were like, what? Because
We can pay the bills at this
that was
point.
literally, that replaced what he left in California.
Yes.
In 2 months here. And then by the end of February, that income, it quadrupled.
So we're making then
4
more than
times.
we've ever made it ever in our marriage at that point.
Yeah. And then it just keeps getting better, y'all. 3 months later, I promoted again. And it was I did the math. It's like 6.5 times what I was making with my other company where I thought I was doing good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And more money than we've ever made as a speech therapist and a Christian artist put together.
Yeah.
And like no time at all here. And I'll preface this by saying we knew that we had to work hard, work fast. We had a family, 9 children living here.
We were all in.
I went all in, y'all.
All
I went
in.
all in. And the name of the game in this industry is time is more. The more time you can invest in this industry, the more money you can make, especially if you're in the right vehicle. And I had finally found the right vehicle that
Why do they always use vehicle? It's like it's the most irritating argument that they keep mentioning. You have to be in the right vehicle. Well, maybe you're not in a vehicle. Maybe you're in a sinking ship.
that matched my effort. And y'all, this has been life-changing for my family and I. Like, we, for the first time ever, can breathe. We went on a vacation this summer, and it was so pleasant just to not have to stay in a roach hotel.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, the fact that my family,
There were roaches, but they were rich roaches. They had money, and so they were starving.
Yes, please share with us how much money you really do have. We got it. Granted, I think they're milking it. Like, I definitely think they still have plenty of money. Fireproof hit off pretty well, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made pretty good money and still had pretty good money. But I think they're milking it a little bit.
I mean, it was just it was an awesome, so bring up the slides and let's talk a little bit about this company and why it's so freaking awesome.
Yes.
So this picture here
slideshow
is
boom, there we
our
are.
family. So I'm not even going to say who, so you can just look at the picture for a minute, but yeah, that's us. So we'll go to the next slide.
Yes.
Tell them about the company, babe.
This is the company, Q Sciences, Quintessential Sciences, and we were founded in 2012. The office is in Utah. We've been there several times. It's like a family. This company, the corporate staff, we absolutely love them, and we feel like we found something special. Cutting edge technology. I'm the best of the best. Quintessential. That's what that means. And we are in the global health and wellness sectors. We quadrupled in 2020. Honestly, we've grown by what?
Well,
1,200%. You know, since we relaunched in 2018. We'll talk more about that. But these are the two guys. Mark Wilson. I'll start with him. I love this guy. Very tall, gentle giant, former NFL quarterback, has been to 2 Super Bowls and champions. And this guy got out of the NFL, retired, and then went into commercial real estate, made a lot of money out in Seattle area, building, commercial real estate like Starbucks. And then his dream was to retire to the golf course. And so he did that. And that lasted about 6 months, because if you meet Mark, you'll understand that he's a guy that wants to make a difference in the world. He wants to make a difference in the lives of people. It's not about money for him. It's about changing lives. And I love that about him. I mean, when we went to visit out in Utah, we went to the cabin, and Jake owns this massive mansion cabin, and he was out in the snow unloading our bags. The CEO, the founder of this company, unloading our bags in the snow. I can't say enough good about him. Jake Spencer came on board in 2017, and he revamped everything, because Jake has actually been in the field. He's done network marketing for many years. He actually retired in his early 30s and was making a lot of money and retired. And so Mark brought him in as a consultant, but he absolutely revamped the entire company, rebranded everything, wrote the comp plan, because that's where they really struggled in those first few years. Had great products.
Retired means ceases to work. I don't think, even if he has him on as a consultant, means he's not getting paid. He's definitely getting paid. So is he still working or not? I'm a little lost. What do you think?
Because that's where they really struggled in those first few years. Had great products, but they didn't have a great comp plan because they didn't know how to do network marketing. And so he came in and absolutely turned this thing around. And now we are the company we are today because of these 2 men working together, and we love them. Jake trains us. He's involved. He just sent me a package in the mail the other day. I'll talk about later with some samples. And I don't know. Yeah, I can't say enough good about these 2 men.
These 2 men are people that I admire so much. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they know me. There's kind of a running joke about, like, if you're with a big company, like, you're lucky if you get a picture with them. And like, it's typically like with a cardboard cutout. And like, I feel like these, like Mark, I saw him at the cabin, and, I told him, I was like, I just hit Ruby. He's like, I know, I'm so proud of you. I was like, I hit Ruby. And
that's the way his voice sounds. He talks like a real high-pitched woman. So.
And then Jake literally has trained me and some other people, some other leaders in this company. And like, what? Like, how is that even possible that he would pour into me as just an ambassador in the field? So
it's amazing. So we are, a lot of companies are ground floor. We're just slightly out of ground floor because we're in momentum. A lot of companies never make it out of ground floor. So you really, there is a time that's too early to get in. The time that we're in is the best time to get in, because we're just going up the S curve of growth. A lot of companies, like the ones we've been involved with in the past, were household names, and we got in so late that it was just saturated.
Yeah.
So we're not saturated. I mean, you ask people out there and they're going to.
The fact that you're able to know market saturation for MLMs proves you've probably been in one too many times. And you know how they work. So to play dumb and say, I don't know what I'm talking about, it will be a lie, in my opinion. They know exactly what they're doing.
You ask people out there and most people are going to be like, I've never heard of Q Sciences. So that's great. You want to get in before it's a household name. We're going to be a household name in the next 5 or 6 years. And so if you jump on board in this company and you head on up the S curve, then you're going to be happy you did.
I will say that, my brain just stopped. I had a thought and it just stopped. I was going to say something about, most companies that are in saturation, their conventions, their events, they will host them in arenas. that are filled with thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
And we've been to them.
And yeah, I've been to it. And you're just a small little fish in a big fat ocean. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just had our biggest event ever in Q, and it was only 3,000 people. We filled up a Marriott convention room,
like ballroom.
Yeah, like a ballroom. So if that kind of gives you a perspective as to where we're at as far as a company, yes, we're in mega growth, and they said literally our company is going to match in sales this month and next month what we did in January through August of this year. Like we're in crazy momentum because of what we have coming and what we just launched, and because of the momentum we're in. But yeah, it's still not huge. I mean,
we're in over
so many
20 countries and expanding. And it's just, it's pretty amazing. This is our full suite of products. And one thing I love about this company is everything. I love every single product. And most of them I have tried. So many of them I use every single day. And we're gonna talk specifically about some of these products, but we have a whole hemp line. We have weight loss products. We have nutraceuticals. Our Q Core, we're going to talk about that in a minute. It's something everybody in the world should be on. We have kids supplements. We have collagen, liquid collagen that came out, and it's phenomenal. And really our products are the best of the best. And I'll talk more specifically, personal testimonies of how these products have affected and even changed my life already. So this is the Mac Daddy product right here. This is our, what would you call it? Our flagship product, Q Core. It has a methylated vitamin, which is called Q Max. I hate to even call it a vitamin. That's a cheap word for this product.
Yeah. It's a nutraceutical.
Yeah, it's a nutraceutical, and it breaks through the blood brain wall barrier, whatever you call it. Yeah. So I personally have a gene mutation, which I've never been able to absorb. So we got a 2-year-old on the loose. I've never been able to absorb vitamins my whole life. So like I would take vitamins from GNC, and it was just turned into expensive urine, because it was it would just go right through me. And so these are methylated. I can absolutely absorb this. We have our pre and probiotics. So we've got these AM PM packets. They're amazing. So you grab a pack for in the morning, you grab a pack for in the evening, and you're good to go. And then we have a line, which is an anti-inflammatory. So everybody needs all of these things. And most people are not getting it because in our food.
Do not believe them. They are not qualified. You do not need them. You should talk to your doctor or a dietitian. Do not take them. Please do not listen to this. This is a Christian artist and someone who doesn't even have a background in medicine. So please do not listen to this.
Even if you eat farm to table, you're getting about 30% of the nutrients that you need because our soil is depleted. And so everybody should be on this. It's absolutely will lift the fog off your brain.
The foundation of your health.
And it did that for me. We're not going to. So our weight loss products are awesome. The shakes, we drink one about every day. Listen, the trim, I love. If you're looking for a weight loss product, the trim.
We take this every day. And let me tell you.
You tell her.
When we just went out on a date. He and I, we just got back from dinner, and we split meals.
We used to do that because we couldn't afford two.
Yeah, now we can afford it, but we're not hungry. We're not hungry enough to eat a whole plate of food. So, yeah. I mean, and I think Americans overeat anyway. So it's not like we're under eating. We're probably just eating what our bodies actually need. Right. So I love this because it curbs your appetite. It also increases your metabolism, and it blocks carbs. And I'm like smaller than I've been in a long time, and I'm not working out or anything. So I love this stuff. It really does work.
Our energy drinks are phenomenal. They don't give you the jitters, but they do give you amazing energy. The Tiger Punch is the best, I got to say, but we have several
It's not
flavors.
Just physical, it's mental.
Yes,
energy
mental and physical.
too. which some people need that to get going and to work or do their job or whatever it is for the day.
Yeah.
So I love that. And the boost. So the boost is something I just started doing with the boost spray is I put it by the bed because it gives you a little boost of energy. And so in the morning when my alarm clock goes off, because we have to get our kids up and take them to school.
I get them up and take them to school, not her, but
I do. that is not true.
I do all the domestic stuff so she can run with this business. But that's
okay,
another
whatever.
story.
That's
But
beside the point.
I hate the comments. Even if they're meant to be a joke, it just feels like really snobby, or not even snobby. That's not the word of snide. The snide comments are like proving my point how much I hate the patriarchy.
That's beside the
But
point.
it,
I still have
wakes
to
your
get,
metabolism up as soon as you wake up, and that's what you want. You want your metabolism to wake up, and that's what boosts.
and talk about convenience. Like it's you just grab it and you're just like,
Yeah.
and then you're like, 5 minutes later you're like, whoa. So
Yeah.
I love it.
So let's keep going. Our oral sprays are
Boost
awesome,
is one of the oral sprays,
right? And you can
but
actually buy the pack of all the different sprays. We got B12. I used to give myself shots every week because I wasn't getting B12. Now I can just spray it in my mouth. I don't need a shot.
we used to have to give him shots in his butt.
Yeah, right in the butt.
So he's pretty appreciative of not having to get that anymore.
Yeah, now just, and then the D3, everybody needs D3. It's especially, if you deal with, the blues, if you will. So the boost, we talked about that. The sleep spray.
Depression? Again, please do not take this advice. You talk to a doctor, you talk to a therapist, you go to all these things. Granted, I understand it needs to be within affordability. But the fact is, these things, you should not be like saying you need it. Well, not everybody can afford it.
Especially, if you deal with, the blues, if you will. So the boost, we talked about that. The sleep spray, our number one seller. You can give it to kids. You can give it to anybody.
It's got herbs that actually are good for your brain too. It's not
Right.
just a sleeping aid. It like really, really benefits your brain.
We've
So,
got testimonies about some of our people in our organization who have had kids with night terrors, and
Yeah.
they have used a sleep spray, and the night terrors went away immediately and haven't had them since. That's
like
pretty cool.
two of my customers one of my girls, she ran out of this and she goes, I need some, like my kids, like they need it every night. And my son's like, literally his night terrors went away after the first night. And
That
I was
is
like,
amazing.
I got an extra bottle. I'm bringing it to you today. Like it's crazy, but that's why this is our best seller. Legit.
Yeah,
It's
there's also
insane.
vitamin C plus zinc. Everybody needs zinc, especially with COVID.
Mhm.
And then our relief is for pain. So these are great. You can buy these individually or you can buy them all together. It's pretty awesome. Our full spectrum hemp.
About some.
When hemp, for 20 years of my life, I was on pharmaceuticals I was diagnosed with some things. And when hemp became legalized in 2018, I was excited about it because I was like, this is a natural way that I could deal with some of these things. And I tried it, guys. I ordered it from different sources. I got some at the gas station, and then I bought some from Amazon, and it just all tasted like oily dirt. And I'm not lying. It was just, I never found any that was really good. And I never felt it. And I was always wondering why. And so when we joined this company and we ordered some, I'm like, well, I'll try it. But I've never had any good luck with hemp. And so when I got it, I felt it immediately. Like within a couple of minutes, I could feel the calming effect of it. And I was wondering, what's the difference? And the difference is we have a technology that only we have, and it's called BioSync technology. And so whereas most hemp is oily and it cannot absorb because you're not made of oil and you can't absorb oil. But this is like wrapping it in a water molecule, and you can literally absorb almost
Wrapping it in a water molecule.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
This will absorb
Just wanna take
100%. Most of the stuff you buy on the market, 10 to 15%. So it's amazing. We have
The technology. Yeah. It literally wraps the hemp in a water molecule. So your body's 70% water. So it knows what to do with water.
right.
And so, yeah. So when you put it in your body, it's like, oh, I know what to do with that. And
Mhm.
you absorb it versus just peeing out the other stuff that your body doesn't know what to do with, you know?
Right.
You can actually put it, you can, if you have some hemp, like maybe you have some hemp in the cupboard from like you bought at the gas station or whatever, you can put it in water and you'll notice that the oil and the water will separate. Now, if you take ours and you put it in water and stir it up, it literally will just dissolve and disintegrate into the water.
Yeah, we've done it before. Our topicals are great. Excel and Renew, both of those are amazing for pain.
Let me tell you real quick. We do like coffee shop sip and sees, and where we share about the products. And I always have people raise their hand who are in pain, and I pass this cream around to them. And they're lined up at the end ready to buy it. They're like, oh my gosh, my arthritis in my hands is gone. Or, oh my gosh, like my neck pain's gone. Or my ankle, I hurt my ankle and the pain is gone. I'm like, yeah. I
have scoliosis, so I put it on my spine. And it absolutely, in fact, it hurts right now if you want to go get it.
No.
And then we have our roll-ons, which are great. If you ever have a headache, just roll that sucker right on your temples.
They have essential oils in them.
Yep.
So they've got lots of benefits.
And then these, we have our twist, which is you just mix it with water. And so
it's 50 milligrams of hemp and 10 milligrams of CBD per stick. And we have one for calm, we have one for cravings, and we have one for hydration.
Yep.
And the favorite is the peach lemonade, which is the calming one. A lot of people love that. They'll drink it at night and it just relaxes you. So,
yep.
And then we have stuff for pets too. Our pets aren't forgotten in this company. So we have 3 dogs. Of course, we don't really want to give them that kind of.
We don't love them that much.
We don't love them that much. We have too many kids to buy stuff for.
So this guy's, I love this guy because Dr. Stephen Kimberly, he is the genius behind our products, and he works just for us.
I feel like that's not a credential. WebMD. Is that a credential? Do you let me know? Is that really a credential that we should be striving for as a not of a achievement for why we should trust it? Because I feel that's kind of risky in my opinion.
This guy credibility, I don't know what it is. He's a licensed naturopath. He's also an internal medicine doctor. So he specializes in both. And he knows how to capitalize on market trends with the cutting edge technology. So this guy's always staying ahead of the curve. And I just love that. And so if it doesn't pass his test of quintessential, then we don't sell it.
Mm-mm.
So
that's when you talk about those.
Yeah. So I mentioned that Jake sent me a gift in the mail, and because when we were at convention, we just released terpenes. By the way, this is one of our terpenes. This is called Comfort, and then the other one is right here in my pocket, because I keep it in my pocket. It's called Chill.
He won't, he just keeps it on his
Jake
body.
Jake sent it to me. It's for me.
He loved it that much. He went through both bottles after we got home in 2 weeks.
Listen, we were at convention and we heard about terpenes, and I'm like, what is terpenes? It's like, is this made of turpentine or what is this? And so they're like, okay, we're handing out samples of the terpenes because they're about to release it. So they gave us all a bottle, and I'm like, okay, cool. Looks kind of like hemp. And I take some. I take some.
Yeah.
And
hemp terpenes.
And I was like, within a couple of minutes, I was like, whoa. Okay, that's like next level. I mean, I love the hemp. Don't get me wrong, but there's something next level about this.
Mm-hmm. So what's a terpene?
Well, terpenes come from flowers and plants. I mean, there's thousands of different types of terpenes.
3,000 different types of terpenes.
The reason that essential oils have been such a craze is because essential oils are terpenes, except you're not going to take those bottles of essential oils and do like that in your mouth, because you'll be like dying. But
so at least they admit that you shouldn't drink any type of essential oil. At least someone's saying not to drink it in MLM, because too many Young Living and doTERRA people will tell you it's okay to drink. It's not okay. At least they're admitting that it's not okay. That I'm just stating that right now. I'm glad they're admitting that.
Basically, we've been able to take use our technology with our BioSync technology and extract certain terpenes that do certain things, and put it
comfort
into
when you're in pain, or chill when you're stressed out.
Yeah. And I love it so much that I went and immediately said, can I get one more bottle? Just, it's for a friend. And so I went through both bottles in 2 weeks. It's
He's
amazing.
A brat.
It's amazing.
Takes advantage.
If you get nervous, if you struggle with anything, it's incredible.
And then real quickly, this is also something that we just launched. That's not on the slides. It's our medical grade liquid collagen. Y'all, this is incredible. There is nothing like this on the market. No collagen is going to even compare to this. And that is from Ann Billing. She's the VP of product development. She literally said that. But we have one called Reform that's for like hair, skin, nails, and you should see the before and afters, y'all. They're incredible. I need to put them in my slide.
This is our first week on it. So
yeah, we're only 1 week on, but I mean, I'm seeing like men with like their balding heads or like filling back in with hair, like a chia pet. It's like crazy. Like fine lines are disappearing. People's hands are aging backwards. Like scars are getting lighter and in color and stretch mark. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. And this is the other one. It's called Rebuild, and it's more for muscle internal. Actually, call it so you lose like, what is it, 1%?
1% a year after you're 20 years old.
And collagen is what holds your muscle, your organs together.
Mm-hmm.
So you need collagen. So this is really important. So we do both. We're doing the Rebuild and the Reform. We have great tutorial videos on these if you want to learn more about them. But
yeah, so we're in some serious momentum right now. So I'm going to let you talk about ways to capitalize on the momentum.
Yeah. So real quickly, to become a ambassador, to actually work and be a business owner, it's only $40 annually to join. And you can just it's about $200 all in because you want to get some products, and the minimal amount is 100 PV in order to be qualified to make money here.
100 PV, that's about $130.
Yeah, about $130. And
you're going to do this business, you need to be on the products.
Between and the
every month. The $40 they said was annually for, I'm guessing, the website. So it's not like a little bit, it's a lot. Most small businesses now really don't need all that much normally, and it's not an every month thing. So for them to say it's only 100 PV, pretty sure Q Science is for one PV, it's like $1 amount. So if something's like 5 PV, it's like $5 or something like that, somewhere around there. But either way, it's not cheap. That was just a bad example.
This business, you need to be on the products.
Between and the membership, along with shipping and handling and taxes, it's about $200. But our goal here is to help the people that come in that are new to have success right out of the gate. So we want to help you to reach builder, pro, executive, those first 3 ranks down here. And those 300s, just take the zeros off. Okay. That's 3 100 PV orders, 6 100 PV orders, and 15 100 PV orders. We want you to get to executive within your first full 30 calendar days, and you will receive $750 back, that's your residual pay plus your bonus pay. And that is way more than your investment. So that's our goal within your first 30 calendar days. And we have systems in place to help you to have success, to plug in and play. You earn 4 different ways here. You earn on your customers. So you earn 15 to 35% on your customers. So anytime anybody goes to your website to place an order for products, you earn 35% or 15 to 35%. And we also have monthly team commissions. So whatever volume that you have at the end of the week, because we have weekly pay here, you're going to get paid out on that volume. Well, that volume what rank it is the following week. And what's so cool about that is that volume isn't just a couple of levels down like most companies. That volume is infinite levels down. Infinite, meaning you're level 2000. So like 2 years down the road, when you have that many people on your team, that volume is going to be just as valuable to you as that first person.
Yes, because you need a team to make that money. You need a recruit. That's the only way you're going to make any substantial amount of money.
Who signed up.
Yep.
All that volume rolls up to you, and whatever volume you end on at the top, is what rank you're going to be on. Is what pay is going to correspond with a pay. So you can see, $50 a month for builder, $100 a month for pro, $250 a month for executive, just like that. And then these are the bonuses underneath those. The bonuses are really, really generous here.
Mhm.
Like some of my bonuses, like put me in a income bracket where I was like, oh, like my jaw dropped, because like, as you maintain the ranks, and especially as you get higher and higher, the bonuses are crazy, y'all, crazy.
Mhm.
And so so awesome. And then the fourth and final way that we get paid is our FFM. Do we have a slide on that? I feel like we do. No, we don't. Okay.
It's all right.
So yeah, let's just go ahead and go here. So the FFM is over here on the right-hand side.
You want me to talk about the FFM?
Sure, go
real
for it.
quick. FFM, Financial Freedom Movement, which is a huge part of the culture of this company. We want you to not only make money, we want you to keep it, and we want you to be able to invest it wisely and not blow it. Also, we want you to be out of debt. So instead of like a company where like, hey, you get to a certain level, you're gonna get a car, which is really just debt. It's a lease on a car, which.
Then what is your like inventory loading? Is that not debt? Because if you can't sell it, are you using it and they only use it for personal use? And they say it's not inventory, but it is inventory. It's just a lot of confusion.
A lot of, if you've been in this industry before, you understand a lot of companies do that. Not here. When you reach the rank of elite, that's when you start getting a bonus towards a debt of your choice, because we believe in being debt free. And so we hit we're at, once we hit gold, we got up to $400, and it stays at $400 from then on out. But that's just a bonus going towards a debt. So we just said, hey, here's the credit card that we started our failed Amazon business on, and invested about $5,000 versus, the $200 to start here. It was like $5,000, and we never even got off the ground. And I submitted that credit card, and every month that $400, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to submit it. It just automatically gets paid. And that debt is almost gone. So it's amazing. So that's just touching very lightly.
The free financial.
Oh yeah. And so just when you sign up, you get a free financial advisor who will meet with you on Zoom once a month. And we meet with our financial advisor every month. And it's just amazing.
We have always lived like paycheck to paycheck, or feast or famine, however you want to call it. It was
highly doubt it. You are still probably a successful artist. I don't know if that's really the case, but that's just my opinion. Take with it as you will.
We just have never really we didn't really learn how to manage our money. Neither one of us came from parents who helped us to manage money. Right. And like, we never really invested in learning. So it's a really good thing, y'all, because like I said, we're making more money than we've ever made. And knowing us, if we didn't have a financial advisor, we probably would have blown it or gone out and bought a bunch of something, new car, a new house, or something that put us, where we're maxed out again. So we're working towards paying off our debt, getting our score up, and just doing so many wonderful things with setting ourselves up for financial freedom. So yep. I love that.
All right, keep going. So
yeah, so this is our comp plan, and I love it because it's just a one pager. It's not complicated. The boxes, the first.
That's more of a anecdotal opinion, I would say, because I think it's confusing. I don't like trying to figure out their compensation plans, because honestly, it just looks like gibberish to me.
The first box is the customer commission. The second box is the volume that I was telling you about. And then the third is the rank bonuses, which all stack on top of each other, and they pay out as you maintain them. And then the FFM is the fourth box. So yeah, if you look here, Ruby, just for fun, my base pay is $25,000 a month, y'all.
That's crazy. And then all these bonuses here, the bonus is 30,000, but we've also gotten this one. and they all stack on top of each other. So it's so generous.
But so many people I have so many people that are at the bronze level, y'all, that have never done this before. And y'all, that's $1,700 a month. That's a lot. That's a mortgage payment.
Yeah.
You know, I have so many
For a
good
really
friends,
nice house.
never done anything like this, came to the table with no skills in this industry, and they're able to have that kind of success. So I love this because I mean, I really feel like you can grow with it. You know, obviously the longer you invest and the more time and energy.
And you're not going to be on your own like an island. I mean, there's so much support, which unlike any other company I've seen, the support you get is phenomenal.
Yeah. Which takes us to the next point about the systems. I've never been a part of a company that had systems so that when people join, you knew what to do with them. You knew that you weren't like, okay, I'm so excited. I got somebody to join me, but I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to lead them. So here we have systems that you plug into. So basically your biggest job as an ambassador when you join is just to pique people's interest. And guess what? You can use calls like this to pique their interest. You can just get them on a call like this or in a three-way chat with your sponsor. And, you know, let them share about this company and how
you don't have to be an
awesome
expert here.
And so that's part of the system is piquing their interest through your social media or piquing it through, you know, just reaching out to them, inviting them to a call like this. We also have a health and wellness community group that we plug people into where they can hear testimonies of products and stuff. But it's so simple. And then once they join, then you just plug them into the system of launching them and goal setting them and getting them on, you know, off to the races. I'm a snapper. So I like to say plug and play, learn as you go. You're going to have all the tools you need because we have a app that is absolutely incredible. It's full of PDF files on all of our products. So like it'll have a cute little picture of the collagen and talk all about the benefits and all about the ingredients. And we even have videos that you can send that are really done well, explaining like, what the heck is a terpene? I don't know, but I don't have to explain it because I have this cool video that I'm going to send you and it's going to tell you all the details. So again, you don't have to be an expert here and you can plug in and you can win even having no experience.
Don't have to be an expert, but most of the time they like to act like they are. Especially the health and wellness ones, like this one likes to be, because that's dangerous. And for them to be so flippant about it, very irritating because you can't just be like, oh, well, you know, I have no credentials and no way of saying yes or no if you should do this, but you should buy it because, well, I need your money. No, that's not it.
So, and we told you guys about the corporate partnership. There's so much support here. It's incredible. But what is next for you tonight? Maybe you've been on here and I didn't even talk about just becoming a customer. If you want to just become a customer because you loved what you heard about the products, maybe you want to grab some trim, some collagen, or some terpenes, that's cool. Just tell the person who invited you tonight that you want their website and you want to get some stuff. Okay. It's only $10 and you get the same price as me. You get the same price as me for only $10 for once a year, annually, $10. So it's totally worth it. But if you didn't even talk about just becoming a customer, if you want to just become a customer because you loved what you heard about the products, maybe you want to grab some trim, some collagen, or some terpenes, that's cool. Just tell the person who invited you tonight that you want their website and you want to get some stuff. Okay. It's only $10 and you get the same price as me. You get the same price as me for only $10 for once a year, annually, $10. So it's totally worth it. But if you're like really, really curious and you're intrigued and you just really enjoyed our presentation tonight, right?
I know I did.
Then tell that person that invited you tonight that you want to get in a chat with their leader. And remember, that's the system. Or that maybe you want to hop on another one of these calls. We have them very often, just about every night that you can plug into, or maybe you want to hop into our health community. But yeah, and you want to learn a little bit more. So that's the next step for you. Or maybe you're on here and you're like, dang, this is awesome. This is what I've been looking for. You have that moment like I had where I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to do this.
Yeah.
If that's you, then tell that person who invited you tonight that you're so excited you enjoyed John and Josie Waller's presentation.
And be sure to tell your spouse at 3 a.m. Wake them up and tell them, I feel like I'm supposed to do this.
Yes, do. And but you guys, you're going to love this. If you do decide to jump in, you're going to love what's coming. The fall is going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. We have Christmas cash coming up. So many fun ways that you can earn money for the holidays. And this is just awesome. So I love the community. I love the culture. I love the company, and I'm a lifer. So that's my presentation. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for giving us. Sorry, we've been a little long, 45
yeah, we
minutes.
did. Sorry, guys.
But we have a couple extra things we're not used to talking about, like the collagen and the terpenes.
All right, so that was the end of that. I hope you enjoyed. I'm just very disappointed because, like I said, I grew up in a fundy household, and I still have a CD, actually. And to know that this is the route that, even though, like, he's not personally in it, but he might kind of be part of it, I guess. I don't know, because he uses the product. But other than that, it is disappointing to see someone, like, that you thought would, I don't know, just stick with music, do this type of thing, because it is sad. And we all know that when it comes to the MLMs, they also infiltrate churches like crazy. It's like also Dave Ramsey, big in all that. So yeah, that's my viewpoint. That's just how I stand. It hurt inside to see that it was like that, and that they joined, and that they done MLMs for a long time. Like I said, it's not uncommon at churches to have them introduced. So that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and I will see you in the next one. And I hope you have a great day, and hope your spring or whatever season you're in is awesome, and have a great, beautiful day, my beautiful creative creatures. Bye.